Real cases, real crimes. Some vanish without a trace. Others leave behind more questions than answers. When the trail goes cold and the truth hides in the shadows. This is Mysteries Unsolved. What happened to Suzanne Morphew? Suzanne Morphew, a 49-year-old mother of two, vanished on Mother's Day 2020 from her home in Maysville, Colorado. Her disappearance launched a multi-year investigation marked by national media coverage, allegations of marital strife, and mounting circumstantial evidence, culminating in a recent grand jury indictment against her husband, Barry Morphew. Suzanne was a cancer survivor and avid cyclist, reportedly receiving maintenance chemotherapy in 2020. She and her husband Barry lived in a mountain town near Salida with their daughters, Macy and Mallory. But their marriage was deeply troubled. On May 6, 2020, just days before she went missing, Suzanne sent Barry a stark text. "I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly." She was also engaged in a 2-year affair with a high school classmate, Jeff Libler, a fact uncovered during the investigation. On the evening of May 9th, Barry claimed he and Suzanne had dinner and went to bed early. He stated that on the morning of May 10th, Mother's Day, he left at 5 a.m. for a landscaping job in Broomfield. Suzanne remained home alone, with their daughters away on a camping trip. At around 2 p.m., Suzanne texted a selfie to Libler while sunbathing. She did not respond to any of his follow-ups. By 2:44 p.m., Barry's phone and vehicle data indicated he had returned home, and by 2:47 p.m., he reportedly ran around the property with a firearm and placed his phone in airplane mode. Later that evening, a neighbor reported Suzanne missing after failing to reach her. Authorities soon found her bicycle and helmet in separate, seemingly staged locations near a steep ravine. The bike showed no signs of a crash. Over the following weeks, search efforts expanded. Barry appeared on CBS News Colorado in October 2020, suggesting his wife had been abducted. But inconsistencies in his account and digital evidence raised suspicion. Notably, data from Barry's truck showed irregular gaps in activity, and cell phone records contradicted parts of his timeline. Investigators also discovered tranquilizer equipment in the Morphew home. Barry admitted to using these to tranquilize deer. A later autopsy confirmed that Suzanne had died from a combination of animal tranquilizers, butorphanol, azaparone, and medetomidine. Public support surged for Suzanne, culminating in candlelight vigils and a large-scale community search led by her brother in September 2020. Then, on May 5, 2021, Barry Morphew was arrested and charged with murder, evidence tampering, and attempting to influence a public servant. Despite these charges, he posted a $500,000 bond and was released. Midway through legal proceedings, issues with the prosecution surfaced. Key evidence was not disclosed to the defense in a timely manner, prompting the judge to bar several witnesses. As a result, the case was dismissed without prejudice in April 2022, allowing for potential future charges. Later that year, Barry pleaded guilty to a separate charge, submitting Suzanne's 2020 election ballot, which he filled out in favor of then-President Donald Trump. Then came the break in the case. In September 2023, human remains were found in a shallow grave near Moffett, about 50 miles from the Morphew home. On September 27th, the remains were confirmed as Suzanne's. An autopsy concluded she had died from a homicide, citing the presence of wildlife tranquilizers. Experts testified that the body had likely been moved post-mortem. Do you think Barry Morphew was involved? Let us know in the comments below. In June 2025, a grand jury indicted Barry Morphew again for first-degree murder, citing his exclusive access to the tranquilizer drugs and new forensic findings. He was arrested in Arizona just days later and appeared in court on July 1st, where he was held on a $3 million bond. Barry's defense maintains his innocence and argues the case remains circumstantial. His daughters have stood by him throughout the ordeal. Meanwhile, the original prosecutor, Linda Stanley, faced disbarment for misconduct that contributed to the case's dismissal in 2022. A new legal team is now leading the prosecution. This case has stirred strong emotions across the country. Supporters of Suzanne call for justice, while others remain skeptical due to the mishandling of the original trial and the presence of unknown male DNA in Suzanne's vehicle. If you have any information about Suzanne Morphew's case, contact the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Like, share, and subscribe for more cases. Thanks for watching another episode of Mysteries Unsolved.